Hey everyone, and welcome back to another ServiceNow Deskside chat. Coming back to the show, I have Chuck Tomasi. Welcome, Chuck.
Hello.
And today we have a topic that could not be more perfect for Mr. Chuck here. It is the ServiceNow Community. So a lot of you may be familiar with the ServiceNow Community. You use it on a daily basis to ask questions, to learn more about the platform. But a lot of people really don't know that this gold mine of information around ServiceNow and how to use ServiceNow actually exists. So let's start with Chuck, what is the ServiceNow Community and who's it for?
This is for customers, partners, employees. It's really for anybody who uses ServiceNow. It's a wonderful online community that's not only for ServiceNow, many people may not know this, it's on ServiceNow. We are using the community software, which is part of our customer service management, and any customer who's got CSM has the community software. So they can run this same type of capabilities and start for their customer support system. And the nice thing about that is obviously, if we spot a need, a capability, an opportunity, we can build that very, very easily and see how it works on our community before broadcasting that out to the rest of the customers. Does it work? What's it gonna take? What's the upgrade path? All of that good stuff that we can get from our own experiences. So it's really a place where customers can go to get support for software. We see various sub-forums in here. So if you're looking for security questions, you're looking for answers to your ITOM questions, you've got issues with ITSM, I think there's something like 20 or 30 different sub-forums in here to help you categorize and get the right audience of experts. But we can put this into the right sub-forum and get the right eyeballs on it to get you the quickest possible answer.
Yeah, and I heard you say, Chuck, support, but I want to be clear that this isn't like break-fix support. This is more for support from a development and configuration perspective. And the people answering, as you mentioned, could be employees, could be partners, could be other people that are willing to share that knowledge. But is there other types of content that I could find on the community, or is it just like a Stack Overflow question answer kind of?
It does bear some resemblance to Stack Overflow, but the benefit that I see over Stack Overflow is this is purely ServiceNow content. The audience you're addressing is 100% ServiceNow people in those various forums. Now again, customers can use this for whatever they're doing, whether it's automotive support, go ask automotive questions on your automotive customer support side. Get those enthusiasts, get those people who are passionate about this to help out the people who don't have the experience in that. Instead of carburetors, we're doing workflows. You want to think of it that way. So we've got just a different venue for expressing that.
So on that line, I understand there's questions. Is there other types of content? I think I saw there's blogs.
There's blogs, there's events. So when we've got a webinar coming up, we can socialize it there. There's discussion, obviously the Q&A that most people are familiar with. Lots of different ways we can socialize it and put this content together and distribute it for people to consume, comment, interact with it. It really is a very versatile platform.
So a lot of these questions that people ask on the community, they might just ask the technical portion, right? So something that's definitely a piece of advice that you would give our community members, ask what you're after, ask the goal. So along that line, Chuck, do you have any other guidance for new community members on how best practice around using the platform, some tips on asking the questions?
Absolutely. First one is search. Because there's now 10 years worth of content out there. And some of it may be aged because the platform has matured over the years. Now we understand where those pain points can come in. So search for your answer, but recognize the relevancy. If it's older than, say, 3 to 5 years, take it with a grain of salt. The other thing is provide that business requirement, the why. Make sure you understand as a developer, why is someone asking me to do this before you just jump in and say, how do I do X? It's okay to ask the technical question, but provide some context to that as to what we're trying to do here. And when you do provide that information, be as specific as possible. Screenshots, always a big help, because sometimes you're seeing things on your screen that I'm not seeing on mine. There's going to be some differences there, so screenshots are always helpful. Put that in context, and you'll get an answer much quicker for that.
So, Chuck, I must say, you seem to spend a little more than a fair amount of time on the community. I've seen your point standing there. So tell me, Chuck, what's your motivation?
My motivation, I'll be honest, at one point this was an honest-to-goodness addiction. I have now backed off of that, but my motivation right now is to learn, because there's a great learning opportunity. I don't know everything on the ServiceNow platform. I don't claim to. I don't think anybody in the world can, the way that we've grown among applications and business units and different capabilities. But I want to learn more. I always want to learn more. And I always love to share that information with others. That's my real motivation, is learn and share.
Yeah, and I'm going to pause you there because you mentioned this really important concept, which is you can come to the community as someone with no experience, and you can start building up experience in learning. And I actually have come to many groups of new hires here at ServiceNow, and the first question they ask me is, Darius, how did you learn the platform? And one of the candid answers is I used to spend every day 30 minutes to an hour just on the community looking through the questions, right? So it's a great forcing function to get you familiar with the platform.
There's a number of questions that come up that I have no clue on, that I want to know the answer. And I subscribe to the question, and then that way, as the thread evolves, I can keep tabs on that and keep learning something new. So learn and share.
And that's exactly correct. So if you don't have time to find the answer, maybe someone else will. So just sit back and wait for that update to come through the inbox. So the final important question, where can someone join the community, start learning, or even just find out more?
Sounds obvious, but go to community.servicenow.com. That's where you can sign up, get started, start poking around, learn what's there, pose your questions, and you might be surprised how fast you get those answers.
Community rocks, Chuck. And for everyone, I hope to see you all posting, engaged in this community from ServiceNow, built on our own technology stack here. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. You'll, as always, find the description filled with information in regards to the community and how you can register to be part of the community. You'll also find that blog from Mr. Chuck on Asking Why as a great example of good content that you can find on the community. So if there's more topics you'd like to dive into in a future Deskside chat, please leave those in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.